This seriously needs to be like required viewing for every college freshman. I'm not even kidding. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hannah, and first of all, I very much apologize for this like makeshift background kind of thing. I currently live in my parents' guest room because my sister has taken over my room because I do not live at home full-time anymore. I stole this plant from upstairs from my mom. So thank my mom for contributing to my mediocre background. Today I am going to be filming a video that I have wanted to film ever since I got into college, but especially now that I'm a sophomore in college because I feel like I know just so much more about this topic. Not that I'm like the authority on this information, but I just have anecdotal experience. I just kind of know what I'm talking about because I've gone through it a lot. Today we're going to be talking about college partying. Also, I just want to say, I am not saying that you have to party in college. I'm not advocating for that lifestyle, but I do know that it happens a lot because I go to a school where people do party a lot. And the thing is, like, I don't even go to technically like a party school. Like, the university I go to is not considered like a party school, but people still party quite often. So I don't even want to know what it's like going to an actual party school. So yes, today's video is going to be Hannah's guide on how to survive college parties, aka how to not look like a freshman, even if you are a freshman, just how to avoid all of those embarrassing moments, because trust me, I've done them all. First things first, the most important thing when you are starting to go to parties in college is to know your streets and addresses and routes, or at least start memorizing them. This is one of the biggest things that just always gets to me, is that I know people who are now sophomores who still go to parties who still do not know what street they're on, what road they're on, what the neighborhood they're in is called, and that to me is just so dangerous. It's just important to be able to know where you are and just know where your location is so you can be like sure of your surroundings and just be sure of everybody else around you, because like, trust me, you go to one party, then you go to another one, things start to get a little jumbled, and then you don't know where you are. It's just a good thing to know when you're in college and when you're going to parties, is just like the geography of where you are. Next tip, do not I repeat, under any circumstances, go to a party in college alone. It is just not safe. Obviously, at college parties, there are alcohol, there are people under the influence, there are just people with like not maybe your best interests in mind. And so going with a group of friends kind of alleviates that problem because there is strength in numbers. I would recommend like at least one other person, but honestly, a group of like 3+ is probably the best. Next tip, and this kind of goes for like, this can go for like holiday parties or just like themed parties in general, is dress for the theme, but as lightly as possible. And this is what I mean, okay? One time, last year, me and my friends got invited to a nerd themed party, okay? So like, we went all out. We had like glasses on, like pigtails, ties, all this kind of stuff. Literally, like, we were like, we're gonna look like the cutest nerds on the block, okay? We go to the party, nobody is dressed like that. Dress for the theme, but do it to the point where if you get to the party and nobody else is dressed for the theme, you aren't gonna look like ridiculous. This is very important. If you are going to go to a party, please dress for the weather, okay? If it is freezing out, first of all, you don't have to go out if it's that cold. I know people do, I have done it, but I'm just saying you don't have to. But if it is freezing out, please wear a coat. Find a spot to stash it in the house, honestly, is like the best bet. Sometimes if it's like a real classy house, they'll have coat hangers and you can just hang them up. But honestly, you might have to just stash it behind a couch, but that's better than freezing. On the topic of what to wear to a frat/college party, wear nothing that is nice. I promise you, you will regret it if you wear nice clothing to a college party because it will get ruined. Do not wear nice shoes. Just don't do it, okay? The ground at frat parties is disgusting. It's generally like, a lot of the basements do not even have flooring. They're just like ground. My white Fila's have seen better days because of frat floors. What I would recommend doing is just buying a pair of cheap shoes and just making those your party shoes. Anything that like costs you more than like $15 in value, just don't even let it step foot into a frat party. All right, this one is one of the biggest tips in terms of safety, and that is just do not take anything random from strangers. This means drinks, this means food. It's just not, I think, worth the risk. So if somebody just is like, hey, want this, just be like, no, I'm okay. Now moving on to kind of just having fun at the party. First of all, mingle. That is what parties are there for. I know a lot of people just go straight to the dance floor and just kind of stay there all night. Okay, I love the dance floor too. It's a great time. But like, talk to people, and also don't just talk to the guys. Some of the coolest girls that I've met, I've just like randomly met at parties, and that is the best place because everybody there is like chill, open to mingle. So just like talk to people, talk to guys, talk to girls. Also on the subject of like what you should do at parties, dance. Like, you really should dance. They have a dance floor for a reason, and honestly, some of my favorite times like in my college career have just been going to parties and just freaking going at it on the dance floor. It's a good stress reliever. College is stressful, you work really hard, so just get out there and dance your booty off, you know? Another thing that you really should not do at college parties is wander around into people's rooms. Sometimes you're gonna find things you don't want to find, and also like people do live in those houses, so it's just nice to like not just go into like closed rooms. One thing, please do this, okay? If you are planning on like repeatedly going to parties at like the same house, memorize the location of the bathrooms. This is crucial to enjoying your night because at some point during the night you are gonna want to go to the bathroom, and if you don't know where the bathroom is, sometimes it's a hassle to find somebody to tell you where it is. Sometimes people just are not in the mindset to tell you where it is. So memorize where the bathroom is and find out if there are multiple bathrooms too, because sometimes houses only have one bathroom, or sometimes they'll only have one bathroom that they'll let you use, but lots of houses will have at least 2 bathrooms that you can use. So know the locations of those, know which one is the most popular. All right, next up, this is just another one that I feel like is very common sense, but bring a bag with essentials and stuff you will need. Bring hair ties. Oh my god, please bring hair ties. It gets so hot you would not believe. It is like a sauna in some of those basements because everybody is just sometimes shoved in so close to each other. Your hair, if it reacts to humidity at all, will become just a giant lion's mane. Also, like, your neck and your back is gonna get really sweaty, especially if you have long hair. I know I used to be like, no, I'm gonna wear my hair down the whole night because I want to look cute. Girl, you can look cute with your hair up too, and it's way more functional. Think ahead, okay? All of these things, a lot of it is just thinking ahead, prepping for the night, and trust me, you get better at it as you go. Like when I was a freshman, I didn't think about anything. This one is more so not required, but it's just like a very big recommendation that I would give you, and that is do not show up to any party before 10:30. In my humble opinion, anything before like 10:30 in college is early, so I try to show up, and even sometimes 10:30 can be like a little early. I promise you, it will save you all the awkwardness in the world to not have to stand in an empty basement dancing around with like 7 people, because that's just, it's a weird feeling. Now kind of on to just like the logistical things. First things first, have somebody to call if anything goes wrong. Just like make sure you have like just somebody on your phone, so maybe somebody that's staying home that night or somebody you know isn't doing anything that you can call if you need anything. But also, if you don't happen to have anybody to call that night, please have Uber on your phone. If you ever get into a situation where you're like, I just don't want to be here anymore, I'm just not having fun, I don't feel good, etc., etc., you can always call an Uber. And also, Uber's great to take to wherever you're going, obviously, because that's like a safer option than just like trying to hike your way to random places. This one is probably, honestly, like 100% one of my most important tips, and that is please do not bail on your friends at a frat party. I have seen this happen, and I've had it happen to myself, and it is maybe the worst feeling in the entire world to be at a frat party alone where you don't know anybody. The whole point of parties is to like go with your friends and to like socialize and stuff like that. So if you're just by yourself, it's not that fun. It's a weird feeling. Also, share your location with each other. I didn't put that in my notes for this video, but share your location with each other. If you are going out with a group of people, share your location. I cannot tell you the amount of times that sharing my location with people has saved me. Like my peace of mind about where people are and where I am with other people just so many times. So please just share your location. Everybody will thank you for it. I promise you that right now. And lastly, just know when to call it. I know that it can be really easy to feel like, especially when you're a freshman, you're like, I want to go out all night. I want to go so hard, going out till 2 a.m. If you get tired, just go home. 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you get tired, if your friends get tired, especially if you don't feel good or anything like that, just go home. Because like at that point, the party tends to like decline. Make sure you have somebody walk you home though. If you walk home, do not walk home alone. I'm really just adding on like tips at this point, but like don't walk home alone. College parties are not inherently unsafe. Like I definitely think it's fun. I go to parties, I have a good time, but you do just need to be aware of what is going on around you. Just, you know, have a safe, fun time. I think you should always know what you're putting in your body, so just make sure that whatever you are doing, you know what's in it, you know what's going on. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you. If you did like it, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and hit the little notification bell. If you haven't seen my last video, which was my return to YouTube kind of video thing, I'll link it down below and I'll put it up in the cards, but it's basically just me talking about why I left YouTube, but I tried to do it in kind of a creative fashion so you guys would enjoy it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!